Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be the third in the Understated bag series, and this one is going to cover Fendi and Ferragamo. Ferragamo is one of my favorites. It doesn't get enough hype, so I definitely wanted to include it in this list. And then, you know, Fendi is just a classic. So let's go ahead and get started. So to start with Fendi, we're gonna start with the Fendi first. And you might be surprised to know that I really like this bag. I think it looks beautiful. I think that the way that the F is created and the shape, I think is really elegant and beautiful and understated. It is more trendy than I tend to do, but I really like it. I'm very curious to know what you all think about this bag, but I definitely think it works for this understated, luxurious, feminine series.
I do want to add, after seeing it in person, the fact that these little clasps turn in and out of the bag when you want to wear crossbody or you want to wear as a clutch is such a smart design choice, and I really like that.
I asked you all in the last video about the shape of a baguette, and I do want to add in the Fendi Baguette here. Although I think it's less obviously understated, I do think there is a level of sophistication, even if I don't think it's quite as elegant. I think you can be a little bit sophisticated without necessarily being feminine and elegant. So I think that that's where this bag stands, and I did want to include it in here. I will say that the peekaboo I also want to put in here. I personally like the peekaboo with like both sides closed. I like the mini peekaboo in the shape of that rather than the more slouchy peekaboos, or especially like the monster ones. Those I don't think are elegant or understated, but the bag in general, when it is a little bit more structured, you know, the Cellier versions or whatever of it, I think are quite pretty and understated and elegant. There are a few different wallet on chains which I do think are the best buy from Fendi. The Continental wallet, and especially the wallet on chain with pouches, I think is the best buy out of all of them. But that Continental shape and that piece of hardware, the FF combined like that, I think is beautiful, I think is elegant, and I do not think is obvious at all. I think it's really quite understated and pretty, and this is a great buy. I think you'd ever use the internal pouch. I think that one is a good buy, and then the Continental wallet on chain is less than $1,000 if you don't think you would use the pouch. I do think that one's a little bit smaller. Okay, so now to move on to Ferragamo. The answer to which Ferragamo bag is understated, luxurious, elegant, and sophisticated, the answer is all of them. Ferragamo is known for that old world craftsmanship. They're beautiful, high quality, and generally quite understated. I would even say that what I would consider their edgiest bag right now, the Glam Tote, I would even say that has a level of sophistication to it that is quite pretty and quite elegant. And so, yeah, I'd say all of them. But to go through a few, the classic top handle, I do not think that there is a more elegant bag out there. This did come out after the Kelly came out in 1990. Of course, yes, it's later, but it is definitely like a vintage classic it bag shape. It came out in 1990. It's beautiful. I adore it. I think that the Gancini, or since there's just one, the Ganchio logo is really, really nice. And then they also have the Vera bow, and I think either of those logos really are beautiful. But yeah, there's just something about this bag that I think is the like epitome, the utmost design silhouette style in terms of elegance, sophistication, and understated, classic, beautiful luxury. The Studio has become a bit of a more popular bag for Ferragamo in terms of the tote. I think it's really, really pretty. I think that the sideways Ganchio logo is really nice, and the flap is beautiful. Really a quite classic understated bag that it has some recognizability if you know. Similarly, I think the Trifolio with the kind of smaller hardware is a really pretty bag, also with the flap. There are the different styles of it. I think the tote is beautiful. I think the top handle is great, as well as the shoulder bag. So I think any of those three options are a beautiful understated choice. The Vera top handle, we had to include a Vera bag in here. That one is a great choice as well. Obviously that bow has that elegance and femininity to it. That's not everybody's cup of tea, but I do think it's quite pretty. I don't think you really can get a bad buy at Ferragamo, but I would say that they don't hold their resale value quite as much. So the more expensive bags may not be worth it. The Gancini mini bags though, I think there are multiple that have the same name. I think that any of those are a great buy. Most of them are under $1,000. So you've got this kind of clutch version. You've even got this backpack, and I think for a backpack, it's very elegant looking. And then you have the classic little crossbody. I have recently sold my older version of the mini bag, but this is a beautiful option. I really like the gold hardware and how it kind of follows the flap. It works really well. And then you have the top handle version with the flap. That's a beautiful mini bag too. Some of them even come in Eco now, so I really appreciate the sustainable textiles that they're using. But yeah, beautiful options all around, and I think the most expensive one is $12.50. So in terms of best buy, they are really good options. So that's it from these two brands. The next video is actually going to cover a bunch of different brands, I think 3 or 4 of them, and just a bag or 2 from each. So stay tuned for that one. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in a future video. Bye.